In my previous video, we arrived in Moscow by train. Then we took the metro to get to our hotel. I have to say, the Moscow underground is absolutely stunning. Just look at this mosaic on the ceiling and the huge chandelier. In Moscow, cheers. Plastic cups, not very glamorous, but hey. Yeah, that Chinese beer. So we're waiting our food right now. This is a food court at the top floor in the shopping center. And we are waiting for our food to be prepared right now. We ordered from this sushi place. They're making it fresh. Business lunch cost us 600 rubles. It's approximately 6 British pounds. And let's see around. Across the hall is fish restaurant. Also food. This is Georgian restaurant. I just ordered some khinkali, it's called. No, I ordered khachapuri, cheesy bread. And over there is Thai cuisine. Got some prices in here, but they all do business lunches as well. So business lunch at approximately 680 rubles. It's around 6 pounds, 6.5 pounds for the full lunch. А мы уже заказали, спасибо большое. Я просто для...
Ну, если вы хотели так, десерт, попробуйте у нас, очень вкусный.
А вы из Таиланда, да?
Да.
Да? Капунка.
Капунка.
Спасибо.
Приходите.
Хорошо, спасибо большое. And here's a craft beer. And it's more on this side. Here's also, they do business lunch with salad, soup and main course plus non-alcoholic drink. 690 rubles, which is around 6 pound 80. Vietnamese street food. Здравствуйте. That's the prices. Everything looks delicious on a picture. We didn't want to go to any fancy restaurant. This shopping center right at the corner from the hotel where we're staying. So this is our first day in Moscow and first meal. So hopefully it will be nice. And that's how it looks like. Chicken noodle soup. Chicken with rice, a little bit of salad on the side, and cheese and naan bread. After a quick lunch, we decided to go to Red Square. Unfortunately, we took the wrong metro exit. Moscow's underground passages are like a maze. If you don't know the area, you are almost guaranteed to get lost. So we had to go back to the underground passage, and about 5 minutes later, we finally managed to come out on the right side, the one closer to Red Square. Had some tropical botanical installation and some stalls as well, just in front of Red Square.
Где? Где? Где?
Right next to Red Square is the 0 kilometer point. We will stop by there first.
Вы увидите московский Москва, Христос Спасителя. Новодевичий монастырь, Москва-Сити.
And here's the 0 kilometer point at the heart of the Moscow, right next to the Red Square. This red building is the History Museum. I don't think we can walk freely on the Red Square because it's a lot of installations. I think it's getting removed at the moment, so we'll try our luck. I cannot believe we are in Moscow. The last time we went to Moscow it was 2009. And it's shut for visitors. Some kind of installation going on for upcoming event, or maybe they dismantling it. I'm not sure. Извините, пожалуйста, а вы инсталляцию убираете или подготовка наоборот?
Подготовка, монтаж.
А какое мероприятие, если не секрет? Фестиваль?
С 1 по понедельник. Это какой день я забыла?
С пятницы по понедельник? А вход будет платный?
Вот это вообще без понятия.
Да?
Я занимаюсь отчетом, поэтому я многих таких моментов по самому фестивалю не знаю, к сожалению.
Ясно, спасибо большое. Спасибо вам тоже. So it's going to be a festival from 21st, from Friday till Monday. My queen. Let's go closer to St. Basil Cathedral. It's hectic in here, so many people. Wow.
Подходите записываться на экскурсию. А наш экскурсионный автобус сейчас уже будет отправляться по традиции. Обзорная автобусная экскурсия по Москве.
Now this is the shot 1 in a million.
Приглашаем на увлекательную обзорную автобусную экскурсию по Москве. Поедем на шикарном велосипеде.
From little hamlet Moscow in Scotland to capital of Russia, Moscow. Red Square, Красная площадь. It's one of the oldest and largest square in Moscow, Russia. It's located in Moscow historic center along the eastern walls of the Kremlin, which we will be going soon. Not today though. It's the city's most recognizable landmark, and with the famous buildings such as St. Basil's Cathedral, which you can see now. It also has been UNESCO heritage site since 1990. Red Square has been a scene of executions, demonstrations, riots, parade and speeches. Almost 73,000 square meters or 800,000 square feet. It lies directly east of the Kremlin and north of the Moskva River. The name Red Square, Krasnaya площадь, originally described the small area between St. Basil Cathedral and Spasskaya Tower. Oh, someone celebrating birthday on Red Square. How cool, huh? It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's a little bit late to go to Cathedral on the excursion. Hopefully we can do it another day. We actually don't have many days in Moscow. It's only 5 days, and we have so many plans to visit a lot of places. So let's just walk around and just absorb the beauty of the building and surroundings. The monument of Minin and Požarsky. In 2009 we went to this cathedral. It serves as a museum, and I don't even remember what it was like inside. It's so beautiful outside as well. It reminds me of the savior on the spilled blood in St. Petersburg on Griboyedev Canal. Let's see how much the tickets cost. So for adults, 600 rubles. Foreign visitors, 2,000 rubles. It's a little bit unfair, but it is what it is. 600 rubles for Russian citizens, which is around £6, and 2,000 rubles for foreign visitors. It's about 20 pounds. So this large mural icon is Our Lady of the Sign with saints in the margins. Late 17th century tempera oil painting. '17th century, 400 years old. From up here, the great view opens up on Moscow. Wow, I cannot believe I'm here, to be honest. It wasn't an easy journey, but it was worth it. Everybody knows this famous Moscow landmark with onion domes and beautiful exterior. But have you wondered what does it look like inside? Let me show you. Once you step in, it's not one big open space like you might expect. Instead, a series of narrow corridors, steep staircases, and small chapels tucked away in every corner. It's surprisingly intimate and quiet inside compared to the busy Red Square outside. St. Basil's Cathedral is probably the most famous building in Moscow. It was built during the time of Ivan the Terrible, and even today it's how most foreigners recognize the city. Not many people know that its real name is actually the Cathedral of the Intercession of the Virgin Mary, on the Mot. Quite a mouthful. The central part of the cathedral was officially consecrated on the July the 2nd, 1561. But the story goes back even further. There was a wooden church on this spot as early as 1554, which was later taken down to build the colorful stone cathedral we see today. The reason this cathedral was built goes back to the conquest of the Kazan Khanate. Before launching his military campaign, Ivan the Terrible prayed and made a vow to God. If he won, he'd build a church like nothing Russia had ever seen. Ivan was known for being cruel and ruthless, but he was also deeply religious and he kept his promise. There is also a famous legend about the architects who built the cathedral. To make sure no one could ever create anything like it again, Ivan the Terrible supposedly had them blinded. Their names, interestingly, weren't even known until the late 19th century. The Tsar watched the construction from the tower on the Kremlin wall. When the cathedral was nearly finished, he asked the architects if they could build something just as beautiful again. They said yes, and that's when he gave the chilling order to take their side. Of course, historians aren't convinced this actually happened. In the 16th century, talented architects were highly valued. Italian masters were even brought in to help build the Kremlin. So the story might just be a myth, possibly spread by virals or jealous competitors who wanted to make the Tsar seems even more terrifying. So why are there so many narrow corridors, staircases and small rooms? Why doesn't the cathedral feel like one big open space inside? Well, that's because it originally had 8 separate chapels, each one built to commemorate a major battle. They were all arranged around a central 9th chapel, which was added a bit later. So really, it's not just a one church, it's 9 churches in one. And that's just one of the many surprising things about this iconic building. As you may notice, the walls are covered in intricate frescoes, floral patterns, and old Russian scripts. Some parts were restored over the centuries, but much of what you see is still authentic, centuries old. This eye-catching building caught the attention of some famous historic figures. For example, when Napoleon saw the cathedral, he supposedly wanted to take it back to Paris. And when it wasn't possible, he ordered it to blown up. Luckily, heavy rain stopped these soldiers from lighting the fuses, so the cathedral survived. There is also a popular story that St. Basil's was almost demolished under Stalin. In reality, it was one of his officials, Lazar Kaganovich, who suggested removing it to make more space for parades. But when Stalin saw a model of Red Square without the cathedral, he told them to put it back. And just like that, the building was saved. Wow. Today, St. Basil's isn't just a tourist attraction. It's a true symbol of Russia. Not only because of how it looks, but because of its long, complicated and fascinating history.
Уважаемые гости, добрый день. Для вас сейчас будет выступать мужской вокальный ансамбль «Болгарский стиль».
Величит душа моя Господу, и возрадовалась дух моя возискался мне. Из истления Сущая Богородица, Тя величает. говори мне величие сильный, и свято имя Его и милость Его, вроде родов я начимся. Без сравнения Вся
Вау. Спасибо. It's not much restored. This ceiling is not much restored in here. The door is shut. After visiting Red Square and St. Basil's Cathedral, we headed back towards our hotel through Zaryadye Park. It's right next to Red Square, just a few steps away. Zaryadye is one of the newest parks in Moscow. It opened in 2017 right on the site of the old Россия Hotel and was unveiled on the 870th anniversary of the city. It's a huge green space right by the Kremlin walls, and it blends history with modern design. There is a lot to see here: the famous Soaring Bridge, with stunning views over the river, an underground museum, an artificial ice cave, the glass bark pavilion, an open-air amphitheater, and more. It's like a peaceful break from the busy city, with lots of space, fresh air, and great photo spots. Definitely worth a stroll if you're already in the area. Look at that! What a dramatic sky tonight, huh? Lots of river cruises as well. They cost approximately 1,200 rubles for 2-hour cruise, roughly 12 pounds.
Я его не бью, я его
This is the area of Moscow called Kitai-город, which translates Chinatown. Fish restaurant. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell button so you won't miss what's coming next. I've got plenty more adventures and stories from that amazing city, so stay tuned. Until next time, bye for now.